I never look at it as breaking a taboo or breaking stereotypes. What
Yeah.
I am looking for as a person, as an actor, is
Yeah.
different characters, variety of characters. When I wore a bikini, I surprisingly, Marathi fraternity welcomed the gesture with open arms and open hearts. All I was offered was sexually depressed, sexually oppressed, sexually this, sexually that. And for 3 years, I was looking for something which was different from Hunter. I used to tell my mother that once I grow up, I'm going to marry this man. That crazy. I used to be a very short-tempered person, very impatient person, but I think our profession gives us a great gift, that is patience.
She has been extremely unapologetic for all her decisions because of a sheer love for acting. Joining me in a conversation on Women Up Season 3 is Sai Tamankar. Hi.
Hi, thank you for pronouncing my name correctly.
You know, I want to start off by asking you that people think that acting in this industry is very glamorous and it's very easy, but it's really not. And before you got into this industry, what was your thought process like, and what were the hardships you faced or the obstacles you faced?
I think I had no plan, and I think having no plan is something that excites me, because when you don't plan things, when you get opportunities, you are surprised, you're pleasantly surprised, it gives you happiness, it doubles your happiness. So I did not have any plan. When I was in my school and college, I was totally into sports.
Yeah.
I had never thought that I would do adai in front of camera. Of course, it was not easy. For me, the emotional struggle was very hard, because I hail from Sangli. I left my hometown, I left my house, and I came here at 17 and a half precisely.
Yeah.
So I think I've been working since I was very young. It has made me tough, it has made me strong, it has made me independent emotionally, financially, on all levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think without hardships, without obstacles, there's no fun in life. That's what I think. And I
Yeah.
have enjoyed every obstacle, every difficulty that I've faced.
When you tapped into this industry, what did your family have to say at that point of time?
My family is very chilled. I
Okay.
think for someone to work, drown themselves into what they do,
Yeah.
and being passionate, your support of your family matters a lot.
A lot.
My father was a shippy. He was in Merchant Navy, and my mother is a homemaker. But they are very chilled. They had told me three things.
Yeah.
They said, we are never going to pay for donations.
Huh.
We will not bribe anybody for you, for your education.
Yeah.
You will have to sort things on your own.
Yeah.
We would support you fully if you like something and you want to do something in it.
Right.
When I realized I want to be an actor, I simply went and told them that this is what I want to do.
Right.
My mother was slightly emotional, because, for a mother to let go of a teenage daughter and, simply place her in a city
Yeah.
where you don't know anything about the city.
Right.
But luckily I had my relatives here, so they supported me and gave me a lot of power and ambition to do something and to carve my own path.
So you have tapped into every market that is considered as a taboo in the society, which I think is very brave. It's, as I said in my introduction, it's for the sheer love of acting. You once said around 2017, 2018 that you took a resolution where you probably wouldn't do intimate scenes or you won't wear short clothes, but that year you happened to do a film based on Savita Babi. So how did that transition sort of happen?
First of all, I do not believe in resolutions. People who cannot train their mind need resolutions. I am very good at training my mind. So I think, I don't think I've said this on camera ever. To be very honest, I never look at it as breaking a taboo or breaking stereotypes. What
Yeah.
I am looking for as a person, as an actor, is
Yeah.
different characters, variety of characters.
Yeah.
And while doing so, if the stereotypes are getting broken, I am very glad. But breaking stereotypes is not my focus.
Right.
But I'm very glad they are being broken, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And I think, how do I put this? If when I wore a bikini, I surprisingly, Marathi fraternity welcomed the gesture with open arms and open hearts. I also got some criticism, something which I am comfortable with, my family is comfortable with. I think that's all that matters to me. I like characters of all shades. I mean, why portray only whites or only blacks? I
Yeah.
think our whole life is in between.
And have you ever faced men in your life, or probably in your earlier days, where they mistook your on-screen role as off-screen?
Oh, it happens. Probably they think sometimes when a woman portrays strong characters or characters which are innovation-less.
Yes.
I think, yes, 5-10% of people tend to think that, okay, she must be like this in her real life. You know what? I have set up boundaries. Like,
Yeah.
one cannot contact me after 10 p.m. for any work.
Okay.
If it's 11 o'clock and if that person calls me, may it be anybody, they have it from me then.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for you also to conduct yourself accordingly, and I do conduct myself
Yeah.
the way I want to. So,
Did you ever fear getting categorized or boxed?
oh yes, I was very scared after Hunter because all I was offered was sexually depressed, sexually oppressed, sexually this, sexually that. And for 3 years, I was looking for something which was different from Hunter and
Yeah.
which would come. But it took 3 years, 3 whole years, then I got Love Sonia.
Yeah.
But after Love Sonia, I think after Love Sonia, Mimi, I think now people have, started realizing that, okay, she can do this, she can do that as
Yeah.
well. And I would like to maintain this choice of variety that I've always vouched for.
Mixed of flavors.
Yes, absolutely.
You even played a role of a surrogate mother, and you know what happens sometimes is when you're playing certain characters, that character's characteristics can also rub on you as a person. Tell me what impact that role had on you, on your personal life, and your thought towards, surrogacy in general.
I think before playing a surrogate mom, I always would like babies who would smile or who are happy-go-lucky. After playing, after feeling all that one has to feel,
Yeah.
I started liking every kind of baby, crying baby, baby with dirty noses, running noses, babies with, I don't know, thin
Yeah.
babies, fat babies, every kind of baby. And I think reproduce or being able to give a birth to a child is the greatest gift one can ever have. And I'm proud to be a woman, and I'm very proud that I can be a mother in future. I think it's the most selfless thing you can do when you become a mother.
Yeah.
I think you just put yourself at the last, and your baby comes at the top of your list of priorities, which is very difficult, but you do it because there's a lot of love inside you, and
Right.
that love just came rushing back, and I felt a lot of things without having a baby, and I think I will always cherish it.
That's amazing. You've also done Malayalam films and Tamil films and Marathi films and Hindi films. My question is, how are you managing with so many languages?
I think I have a knack to pick up a language very
Yeah.
fast, and I only realized it when I did something in other language, in Tamil. So yeah, I think it's when you love something, you manage things,
Yeah.
and I think it's the same with me. I love my job. I love my job the most, more than my life, more than myself.
Yeah.
I love my job, so I think it comes from that.
Is there a distinct difference between all the three industries, the South, the Hindi and the Marathi?
I think, no, yeah, I think people are very professional, they are very passionate, their intent is, their heart is at the right place, their intent is at the right place, and I think no, there is no difference. I think the only difference probably is budgets, but I think that's it, yeah.
You know, tell me something about your transition that you had from Marathi cinema to the Hindi cinema. And after doing Hunter, you said you had 3 years of like time to find the better role till you got Love Sonia. What were you doing in those 3 years? Were you like focusing more on Marathi, or were you actively finding in the Hindi cinema?
I can't sit still in one place for like more than 5 minutes. I'm a workaholic. So yes, if I'm not doing anything, I'm working. So I was working in Marathi. I was trying to hunt for work in Hindi.
Yeah.
But I wanted to wait because I'm extremely scared. You know, my heart kept telling me to wait, but my brain said, no, 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 let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
So I was constantly battling with myself. But I'm glad I waited. In these times, it is very important for you not to get desperate.
Yeah.
You know, and I, with the help of my friends, my family, I was thankfully not desperate, because desperation sometimes makes you do things you generally won't do. So yeah, I waited, and I'm glad I waited.
So, you know, you've said that if I have to wear a Nawari sari, I will. If I have to wear a bikini, I will. So you put on 10 kgs for a role. My only question to you is, whatever the script demands and the character demands, you're all in. Is that somewhere scary to distinguish between your passion and your personal boundary?
That's a very good question, because I am somebody who wouldn't mind tweaking my personal life to be in a character. But I think that's how I am, and that's what works for me, and I love it. I love every bit of it. I think when you do something, there are always going to be two sides of anything. But that's the way I roll, and I really like it. I'm a very open person. I don't decide, or I don't have hard and fast rules, or I don't have those 4 walls कि इसी में ही ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, really. I mean, honestly.
And you know, you have such a secured space in the Marathi industry, and you're making a mark now in the Hindi industry. You said you have no claims. If you want to ask for work, you will. But is that like you have to start from scratch?
I wouldn't say entirely, but yes, you have to put in a lot of efforts. And I'm fine with it, because I don't expect everyone to know me. It's fine. My fraternity is, Marathi industry is different, Hindi circles are different, and it's okay if somebody goes like, I'm sorry, what do you do? I would be happy to explain what I do. So I think it's a little difficult, but again, what is life without difficulties?
Yeah. Back to the first question. And you know, when you did Gajani, Black and White, Mimi, Love Sonia, tell me, how did you happen to put your leg in the Hindi industry?
When I was a struggler, I used to work for Makaran Deshpande backstage. I was a backstage person. And then we used to chill at Prithvi. One fine day, my friend comes to me and he says, listen, there are auditions happening at Mukta's, why don't you go? I said, okay, I'll go. And I got shortlisted, and I did not expect this to happen. So I think just happen, and you just have to enjoy and love the process. I think more than the destination, I am a person who would, you know, love the process, who would enjoy every bit of it.
And how did Gajani happen?
Oh, for Gajani, I got a call, and the minute the casting director told me that it's with Aamir Khan, you've got to share screen space with Aamir Khan. I said, I don't care how long, what the length of the role is. I'm in, because I was in my college then, and I was a I still am a die-hard fan of Aamir Khan. In fact, I used to tell my mother that once I grow up, I'm going to marry this man. That crazy. And when this opportunity knocked in, I had to jump on it.
Yeah. What about Love Sonia? When you heard that this is a film on sex trafficking, what was the first thought and how did you get on board for Love Sonia?
For Love Sonia, Tabriz personally asked me to meet him, and we did a meeting. I was not auditioned for that role.
Oh.
I am very happy and proud to say this. And he said, I have seen your work. He had seen Hunter.
Oh.
That's how he called me, and I think that also happened like that. And I think it was a very, very important subject.
Yeah.
Something which should be spoken about.
Yeah.
So I think I thought I have to be a part of this entire mammoths, whatever was happening.
And you know, you've also done films which have like a social message, that have like proper meaning to them, but often it's misconstrued. So how do you draw that thin line and make sure that the right message is going to the audience?
Listen, I think a filmmaker, when he makes a film, he makes it with right intention,
Right.
and with all his heart. How people are going to receive it, it's completely out of our control. I mean, a film is something which is open to interpretations, and how one takes it is not in your hands. I think you should just take it in your stride and move forward. That's the only way, I think.
And when you came on board for Mimi, tell me, were you a little intimidated by, you know, you're working with senior actors like Pankaj Tripathi. So how was your bond on set, off screen with Kriti, Pankaj sir, and you know, the entire cast and crew of Mimi?
I would want to note here that Kriti is the coolest person I've ever come across, and she has no air. She's so professional. If you call her at 9 o'clock, she'll be there at 9 o'clock. If you call her at 6 o'clock in the morning, she will be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I feel she's very approachable. When I saw her, I felt that I've never seen a Bollywood personality who is so approachable. I think
Yeah.
Kriti is.
Yeah.
Like every other Indian, I am a huge fan of Pankaj ji, and I love him as a person. Now that I got to know him through Mimi, I love him more. My respect for him has, you know, immensely grown. It was very nice. I mean, all these actors, all these today's actors also are very cool. Yeah. They have no attitude, they have no air, they are very cooperative.
Yeah.
And we had a ball shooting, Mimi. It was shot just before Corona started.
Yeah.
We shot in Rajasthan, Jaipur. I couldn't have asked for a better team. And I think our captain, Lakshman Utekar, he's a very nice person. And he's seen life in so many different lights that it reflects in his films.
You said this one line that I am hopeful after Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know, what do you mean by that? Like, what is the definition of hopeful? What are you expecting projects, or what kind of work are you expecting coming to you now?
When I said I'm hopeful, I meant I hope I do not have to wait this time for 3 years for a project to come along.
Yeah.
But yes, Mimi has given me a lot of opportunities, a lot of films are coming my way. So I'm really happy that Mimi happened to me, and at the right time with the right people. I think, yeah, it helped.
My question to you is, you know, you have come a very long way. You have so much experience as a person. Now, when you look back at your younger self, how do you think you've evolved as a person?
I think I can control my emotions better now.
Really?
Yes, way better than before. I used to be a very short-tempered person, very impatient person, but I think our profession gives us a great gift, that is patience.
Okay.
I think it teaches you how to be patient, and I have learned that. Yeah, these two really important things, I think I have evolved.
And lastly, what I want to know is, I know everybody will be like, who do you want to work with? Which actor do you want to work with? Which actress do you love and you're looking forward to work with in the Hindi and Bollywood fraternity?
I really love Konkana Sen. I would love to work with her. I really like Alia Bhatt. I think she's a powerhouse performer. I really like Shiba Chadha.
Okay.
I think she's
Yeah.
fab.
Yeah.
I really want to work with Seema Pava when she directs a film. I really like her. I love Tilottama. I love Radhika. So yeah, a lot of women who are doing amazing work and something which, you know, what I really appreciate about these women is they do something which they stand for. They make sure that, you know, it comes through their work, and it is so important to make a statement through your work.
And I agree. These all women that you name, and including you all are an epitome of strength and powerhouse. So thank you for serving the industry such amazing films, and continue to do so, and we continue to get inspired by you.
Thank you for having me. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. And before we let you go, we have, so this is like a Women's Day hamper.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you so
Women's
much.
Day to you too.
To you too. And we'll see you super soon.
Thank you. Hi, this is Sai, and if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to Pink Villa.